They are loving. They are loving. Now, as you read through these verses, the Apostle Paul uses all sorts of describing words to show that they love one another. Most obviously, he uses the word greet. He wants to send his greetings to these Christians in Rome. And literally, in the Greek language that it was originally written in, it means he wants to pay his respects. He wants to send his respects to these believers who are in the city of Rome. For that is how Christian people, the people of Christ, ought to behave to one another, with respect. We ought to respect one another. Oh, we may not always agree on everything, but we should love and greet and respect one another. And Paul uses other words. He tells the gospel people of Rome to be welcoming to Phoebe when she comes. When she arrives in Rome, welcome her. Welcome her. Because that's how Christian people should be. They should be welcoming to their fellow believers. And then Paul speaks about some of the other people in this list, and he calls them my beloved. Oh, how I love this person and that person. And then, as if to underline the point, at the very end of all Paul's greetings, he tells them, now greet one another with a holy kiss. Now, I'm not suggesting we all do that at the end of the service. I remember meeting someone once, and I was meeting them for the first time. They were a Christian, and I put out my hand to shake their hand, and they said, oh, I'm a hugger, she said. And I thought to myself, well, I'm not. So I'm not suggesting we all greet one another with a holy kiss at the end of the service, but we should embrace one another. We should be welcoming and loving and generous and kind to one another. Now, this doesn't mean that we will always see eye to eye, or that we'll always agree on every jot and tittle. And you have to remember that whilst the Apostle Paul here is saying that we should be loving and welcoming and respectful to one another, it's the same Apostle Paul that writes the letters to the Corinthians, and they are letters of rebuke. Paul is rebuking the Corinthians for some of their behavior as Christians. And we also have the incident where the Apostle Peter was reluctant to sit at table with Gentiles and preferred to sit at table with Jews. And the Apostle Paul has to confront Peter to his face. So when we say that we should be loving and welcoming and respectful to one another, that doesn't mean that we always have to agree, or there aren't times when we have to rebuke or confront. But it is saying that underlining all of that should be an attitude of love for Christ's people, for we are all sinners, saved by the grace of Christ.